Hi, and welcome back to the Butler Pantry 350 Club series of videos. So, hey, tonight is a special night, but before we get going, I've got some guests to introduce. Everybody remembers, of course, Julia is with us tonight. Okay, big hand for Julia, everyone.
Hey!
Elvis, all right.
Elvis.
We have Stephen Edie.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and of course we have Elvis Jr. and we have Max, his sidekick, and we have a new addition. If everybody remembers, Michael, our technical director, did our Sonoma video with us, and he's back in San Francisco, going every weekend back to the wine country to make sure he's up on all the latest developments and he can report back when it comes here at the end of the month. So instead, we have his sidekick. We have Mikey Jr. So Mikey Jr. is here until the end of the month. So don't get used to the celebrity status.
Is that why he's wearing the glasses?
Yeah. Crooked.
When I told him he was going to be here, it went right to his head.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Surrounded by big cocks.
So anyway, there's a lot of stuff coming from the background here. But moving right along, this is a really, really special night because we're doing Napa. And as you know, Napa is part of the North Coast ADA. And we had a video on Mendocino, Lake County, Sonoma. Now it's Napa. I mean, this is like, Napa used to be home to the Wapu Indians.
Wow.
And the Napa name comes from their dialect, which means plentiful. Plentiful. Well, that's Napa. When you say Napa, what does that mean to you? What comes to your mind? Okay, I see nobody's coming up. Wine. No, Napa means, you think Napa,
Plentiful.
Bordeaux, Burgundy, Tuscany, and there's all kinds of other wine regions that are absolutely, fantastic. But those are Napa is up there, and they're so young. Those other regions, Bordeaux and Burgundy and Tuscany, they've been around since the beginning of time. Napa is a young, and it has world status. And what are they known for? Well, they're known for
Wine.
Well, good wine. But first thing would come to you is Cabernet Sauvignons. They're known for their Cabernets. They're known for their Bordeaux blends. Okay, that's what you think about. Big red wines. Big red. Napa. That's Napa. But they do other reds. They do Merlots. They do Chardonnays. They do Sauvignon Blancs. They do Zinfandels. So they have those other rich wines but people really the association with Cabernet. Investments. People have invested fortune into Napa. Names we'll all know. Robert Mondavi. Rothschild, Robert Mondavi. They formed a joint venture and did Opus One of the leading Cabernets or blends in the entire world. Then you've got Inglenook, Francis Ford Coppola, Constellation Brands, big investors, Napa Valley. It's like, it's hard to describe when you say Napa, what it means to people. But let's talk about Napa for a moment. What makes it so great besides good marketing? Well, look here at Julia. Think of Julia as Mount St. Helena, which is now an extinct volcano. And jetting off here to the east by Elvis is the Vacca Mountains. Then over here by Stephen Edie, jetting off to the west, is the Mayakema Mountains. Now, coming straight down here from Mount St. you do look like a volcano. You're like a big eruption. Is the Napa River, going north and south, all the way down to to the wine, to our wines here, right? So you've got this mountain ranges surrounding Napa. You've got the valley. Then, over centuries, you've had these eruptions of Mount St. Helena. You've had the flooding of the river. You have the Pacific and North American plates rubbing together. So this is created a soil over all these centuries, which is like you have 6 different type of soils, and they're all mixed together. Then you've got the climate. You've got, it's dry, cool nights. It could be wet. I mean, you've got, you know, it can be warm all year round. You've got this whole mixture of various types of little microclimates. The soil is fantastic for just grapes. It makes Napa very, very special. And then let's go on to the AVAs. So I think what we covered was topography and climate, soil, and the AVAs. They've got 16 AVAs. But in the Midwest, we're really going to only know about a handful. And one of those that we're going to cover is just talk about very briefly, so you know about them, is the which is called the Mountain District. The Mountain District is actually Diamond, Howell, Spring Lake, Mount Verdier, and then they have a whole other district which is called the Valley Floor. So that's going to be down around the Napa, you know, around Napa River. Okay, and that one is St. Helena, kind of comes on down, and you've got Rutherford, Oakville, Stag's Leap District, and Caneros. And remember, Caneros also is part of Sonoma, so it's right down here at the bottom of the AVA, and Sonoma's over here, so they kind of mix together. So those AVAs, when you're looking for Napa wines, is what you're looking for. Now, Napa wines, they can be very, very pricey. I mean, you got to understand, Napa set the record pace for wine sales and increases. No place in the whole United States, California, did you see prices increase at such a rapid pace as Napa. Nowhere in the world, actually, I think they were like, they just it gets out. Napa wines become really, really expensive. So what I did is I went through. I thought about, I have to find, you know, when you're, you know, in the Antique Roadshow, the guys always look and they find a little gem. Well, that's what I tried to do tonight. I tried to find little gems and revisit Napa wines that I used to actually serve quite a bit. And I actually want to pair it with some food tonight. So the food tonight I want to pair it with, and I heard from the crowd, you know, yes, is if you're, you know, if you're want to have some friends over, we're all busy, and there's one time, you know, I could make like barbecue sauce. I make it from scratch. And now, you know what, frankly, I don't want to make it from scratch. I want to find a nice barbecue sauce. So, I took a barbecue sauce here from the Butler Pantry. It's actually, and it is a sweet mesquite molasses barbecue that we have here under our name. All right. And actually, George's out there. George, I have a salad in the refrigerator. You'll see it. You have the same refrigerator you got last time, or
yes.
Okay. Yeah, I have a coleslaw salad.
Sounds delicious.
Can you grab that?
I can do that.
We need. Oh, you know what? We need forks though. I need forks in the drawer. We got forks.
Where are they?
They're in the drawer somewhere.
Perfect.
So, anyway, you know, as you all know, this is all off the cuff. We don't plan any of this. We just just kind of go with it. So, so anyway, here was the plan. I wanted to find Napa wines that were affordable. Okay? You're gonna hear this. They can hear them digging for the forks in the back.
This is really good.
I have everything else here, but I forgot the forks. So anyway, but we'll just go with that.
The wine is fantastic.
All right. And now I want to ask my crew to help themselves anytime. Come up, grab some, and I'm going to pull out. This is so easy. I'm going to walk you guys. All right. So, what I did was this. I said, I don't have time to do a lot of work here. I'm busy. So, went out and bought some chicken legs. I purchased some pork spare ribs. And I put my barbecue sauce on. That's it. You know, chicken legs, you put them in the oven for a little while, about a half hour, 35 minutes. Then you start putting your sauce on them. Same thing with the
Coleslaw special.
coleslaw special. Same thing with the here we are. Same thing with the ribs. And that's easy. And then you just finish them off. And actually, you don't have to finish them off completely. You know, just make sure they get to a temperature of 160, and then put them in the oven later on. Let them, you know, and just warm them through, and they're going to be great. So that's very, very simple. The coleslaw, let me do that right there. You know, I just bought some coleslaw. You get really nice coleslaw already cut up. I added the Valdea onion dressing, Butler Pantry's Valdea onion dressing. Threw some tomatoes in there, and you can throw anything else you want. But you want it simple. These guys are just going to have some coleslaw, barbecue pork, and barbecue chicken. And then they're going to try some wine with it. So I'm going to put these on. Okay, let's do this. Okay, that's going to be some coleslaw. I'm going to put these guys on here and pass it over. And then they're going to just try wines randomly and see what they think.
And we'll say which ones are good.
And we're going to, you know, and we're going to talk about them, how they go with the various, with the pork and the chicken. Okay, and I'm going to show you all this very, very shortly. That's what we're doing. So, you know, look at this. This is so simple. And I'm going to walk you through the wines, okay?
That's
All right.
okay.
It looks delicious, by the way.
Well, I mean, this is so easy. Anybody can do this, okay? So we're going to put okay, this over here. Okay? Oh, let's get a picture of this, okay? Look at that. This is just all, look at that. Is that easy or what? Just
Beautiful.
add the sauce to the chicken and the pork and you're done. And here, oh, here, we're putting them up there. Yep. Let these guys go ahead. Now, let me talk about the wines. Guys, go ahead. Start in. Get a plate over here. Get a napkin, because you're going to need napkins.
Thank you, sir.
All right? Wines. So, this wine here, Sauvignon Blanc, Napa Valley. I've never had this wine before. This was the first time. I ordered it blind. And I gotta tell you, I absolutely really like the Sauvignon Blanc. It is not big and fruity, which that's kind of New Zealand, okay? And actually, when I buy New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs, I like them a step down from big and fruity. It's not French. French, I'm very partial to French Sauvignon Blancs. They're very elegant, very dry. But this Sauvignon Blanc has such a nice, flavor, just the right amount of fruitiness, and the color is beautiful. Next, I've tried a Simeon. My Simeon, my go-to, is one from Graves out of Bordeaux. So I need to try this one. And this, again, is a new wine for me. And I have to tell you here, this is so different from my other Simeon. The one from Graves has a lot of minerality, which I like, but it's not over the top, which I dislike. And this one, you know, it has almost a heavy, it's full bodied, which is very, very different. Very different. It's lovely. I mean, it's actually very, very lovely. Now, several years ago, I used to serve hoopla. They're all Napa Valley. They're always at a great price point. And I thought, well, there's hoopla. I'm doing Napa, and I need to see. I mean, all I have a blend here. I have their Chardonnay. I've got their blend and their cab. And as I remember, their Chardonnay, I used to actually serve to the board of directors of a very, very prestigious foundation when they would come into town out of California. They'd come here to Kalamazoo, Michigan, and they loved hoopla. So I thought we'd try it again. Ah, it is smooth. It's a beautiful Chardonnay that'll go with any kind of seafood, any kind of pasta. And so far, think about it, Napa Valley. Every single wine here is under $20 at the 350 Club. And if you go to your regular store, if you go to another store, you're going to pay still under 30 for these wines. Okay, so if I know there's folks here that follow this video that are over in Washington and Oregon and other places, and so if you go there and look them up, you're still going to be a bargain. So next one was a hoopla blend, and once again from Napa. And this hoopla blend, I remember trying other blends. I have two blends in the club, both from Wallow Slope. Very, I mean, lovely. Both different too. Both have different takes on them. And I have one from Portugal, which is another completely different blend. And this one from Napa, again, offers a whole different feel and experience. And it's absolutely just a nice, smooth blend from Napa, which is going to be affordable, okay? I mean, again, I'm looking, I just checking something out. It's unbelievable. I mean, again, they're all under, I mean, 20 bucks. Some are like maybe 21. I mean, this is for Napa wines at the club, but still under 30 for most. All right, next one. Zins. Usually Zins are really too expensive. They're outrageous out when you go to Napa to find a good Zin. But this one, this is the first time we tried this one. Tres Sabors, Rutherford Valley. I gotta tell you, Rutherford Valley, it doesn't get any better than Rutherford Valley. That's like, you know, that's like just going to the top, except for Howell Mountain. That's an Oakville. Well, everything is really good in Napa. So, but this is a good bargain.
That one's good.
That's very nice.
Very nice. Now this one here, it's still going to be under 30 at the club. Actually, it's going to be, this one here would still be, yeah, under 30. If you go to a different store, you're going to pay up to 45, 50 bucks maybe even more at some stores. They may even charge you $65 for that one, just because they're from Napa. And the last one is our cab, and I'm going to tell you, Napa cabs. Some of the complaints you have against some Napa cabs is they're too big and too sweet at the end. This Napa cab, I think it just hits the mark. It's not too big, it's not sweet, it's nice and dry, beautiful nose, the color, well that's Hoopla. And I'll tell you what, Hoopla does a great job.
That cab is amazing.
That's a good
Nice
one.
and smooth
That's a good
and
one.
well balanced. Great.
Yeah, and I'm looking over here, I'll be right back, guy. Yeah, that's, oh, but you can't beat it. You can still buy that, just, let's say, under $22 here.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah. So, now, I want to ask the guys, what do you guys like with it? Brian Kemp. Hey, you know what we have here tonight? We got Brian Kemp. He, besides being the best pastry chef I've ever known, he's also the owner of Penny Royal. And Brian, would you come up here and join me? and maybe somebody
You'll
can
have
dish
fun.
me a little
Chicken.
coleslaw, so I can also try my handiwork here. Brian, come on up. Okay. There you go. He's coming, guys. He's coming. He is. Oh, he's cleaned himself up.
You gotta look pretty.
Okay, and let's talk about the wine. Okay. Oh,
What do you want?
well, give me a little barbecue pork and a little barbecue chicken. Brian, what do you think of this?
Well, I had the cab with the barbecue on both,
Yeah.
and I was kind of worried it might be a little bit too strong, full body, but
Yeah.
this is one of the smoothest cabs I think I've ever
Oh, that's a what a wonderful
And for a great
recommendation.
price.
had. And it's for a great price.
Okay.
No,
Now,
seriously, it is definitely one of the smoothest cabs. So you can serve it with even some of the lighter meats and lighter meals, especially in the summertime.
don't mind me. I'm on camera.
Yeah, I had to make sure I had to do any
No,
barbecue sauce all
You
over.
did good.
I've actually burped on camera.
He did. He did.
You know,
And it's
it
still
was
on
Mama
film.
T. No, she got to me.
Obviously gets everybody.
And so, what do you think about the other wine?
So the reds, I think like I said, the cab to me was the smoothest. The blend is also very smooth.
And
We
you're
also-
very.
I'm a
I
very-
remember you are so smooth, but you like cabs.
I like cabs, and so usually I tend on the maybe a Merlot type of, and I do a lot of blends. But these two hooplas were just incredible.
Incredible.
The Zinfandel also was really nice. That Zinfandel, like you said, I don't always go to Zins, but mostly because of the price, and I'm cheap. But
You like that?
but yeah,
Zin?
that's a really
You like
nice.
that? Zin. And if you had to critique those whites,
So the whites, I'm not typically a huge
white-
white.
yes, I know you are.
If I drink
I know,
whites, it's
yeah.
usually. I was just telling Pedro, I said it's usually on a really hot summer day, and I want it to be really refreshing and fruity coming out. It's like I'm different when I'm looking for different reds and whites. Chards, a Chardonnay, typically if it's too oaky, just not my thing. Right? So it's not that.
So
But
this
that's
is not
exactly. That was one of the best Chardonnays
Yeah.
because, and we looked up because we thought it is. I guess it doesn't. It's not aged in the oak barrels,
yeah,
but it just has the Chardonnay grapes.
yeah.
But this
Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc, I was just saying theorize, but that is probably one that I could see that just having a really out on a boat and wanting to grab a little bit a really cold out summer day. It's very fruity, very light, so I would love that. I think you said it.
Out on a boat.
On a boat. On a boat.
Well, folks, we're gonna wrap this up, and before you go,
Oh, sorry.
you have a job here.
Okay.
You have a job here.
Put you to work.
This is gonna put you to work, okay? All right. Yeah, all you gotta do is hold these signs,
Oh,
Brian.
okay. I can
Okay.
do that.
So remember, wines take time to open up. So remember, you're not the snob. The wine is the snob. And we have cellar to table. Our cellar's down there where the club's at. There you go. And so cellar to table, we have great wines.
Yes.
We have value,
Incredible.
$3.50 over wholesale. Some exceptions,
Wow.
allocated wines, but even them are exceptional value,
Everybody loves a bar.
right? And our membership is free. And that's gonna wrap things up, unless of course you want to email us. We plan a trip to Sonoma
Yes. Trip to Sonoma.
and Napa.
And we really like the ribs and the chicken.
Oh, you like the ribs?
I liked it with a cab. Yep.
And is
Look
the
at the
Butler
cab one, really.
Pantries?
This is the Butler Pantry's
Yeah.
product, right?
That was a really good barbecue sauce. Even
Yeah.
though I have had your homemade and it's pretty good. that
Thank
was
you.
supposed to be- from an ease standpoint.
We
it's
go
very
back
good.
away too. Thank you.
Where is your restaurant?
So I'm one of the partners of Penny Royal in Saugatuck. It's not downtown Saugatuck. It's on Blue Star Highway, just right there.
Wonderful
I
place.
say in between the two exits.
Locally sourced.
Locally sourced. We have what we do is we try to strive for local produce or menu changes regularly. I'm part of the pastry program, so that we do everything made from scratch. Anything we do. We also have a small little retail shop where we actually sell local produce there in the shop, as well as some local items.
We like wine with everything.
And wine.
Everything.
How
So
would you-
what?
How would you like to do? We could do port and Sauternes.
Yeah, I
With
want to know
pastry.
what
Would that
pastry
be
goes
fun?
with what wine.
I love.
You follow me?
I love desserts and port and desserts wines and desserts.
So-
it's a great.
I'll do
So the
port,
next
I'll
shoot
do the Sauternes.
is at Penny Royal.
I also have to say Penny Royal has great outdoor eating. It's a tremendous garden,
We have
trees, flowers, all
my
that.
business partners. One of them is an excellent chef. She's the lead.
From Chicago.
She's from Chicago. And her partner Ryan is a great farmer. The two of them own their own farm, but we also source from other local farms. And Ryan is also a great landscaper.
Well, you know what? Thank you for joining us. And you
thank
know what
you.
we have? We have Greg, who has his Napa song. Remember Greg? He's our singer.
Oh, yeah.
Greg,
Greg.
yeah, come over. Come on over. Come on over. Napa Valley, Napa Valley, here we come.
Yes. Yes.
We're going to Napa Valley, Napa Valley, here we come.
Gonna get a bigger bus with Ray.
We're gonna taste some wines and we're gonna have lots of fun.
Oh yeah, fun. We have fun.
Yep. Craig McMurray and his chums. We got Craig McMurray and his chums.
Are we the chums?
I think we're all chums.
We're gonna taste some wine and we're gonna have lots of fun. I think we've been insulted.
Oh.
Napa Valley, Napa Valley, here we come. We're going to Napa Valley, here we come. We're gonna taste some wines and we're gonna have lots of fun.
Yes, we are. Yes,
Thank
we
you,
are.
Greg. Ah, Greg, thank you.